to start with people who don't know you, introducing yourself, where you're from, who you are, and how you got involved in Metro Council.
Yeah, so I'm Tonya Hancock. I'm Metro Councilor for District 9 right here in Madison. I'm in my second term now, so my first term was 2019 to 2023. I live down Neely's Bend, and I live 5 doors down from the previous council member, and catty corner across the street 5 council members ago, lived there until he passed away right before my election in 2019, and the dear and departed Morris Estes. Jim Forkham is the one that lives right up the street from me, and right after we moved to town, we were wondering if we would get greenways at Peeler Park. The lady at the parks office said that she'd been working there for 30 years and they keep talking about it, but they haven't done it. And 3 months later, my next door neighbor brought the newspaper over to me, where on the front page Jim Forkham was breaking ground on the greenways. And 4 months later we had greenways, and I use them every day, so I thought this would be a great way to give back, as well as help focus on improving the funding for the schools here in Nashville.
I think our pizza's ready. Let me go. I'll stop this real quick. Okay. Now that we have our pizza, we can really get started. Let's jump into it about some of your favorite spots, since we now have this in front of us. This seems like probably a great place to come for lunch, dinner, maybe all times a day.
Yeah, absolutely. We have lunch and dinner here at Pink Earring Pizza, and they have a small bar. It's not full service bar, but it gives an opportunity for someone to come and have a full meal. They make great salads, homemade desserts, and obviously some really fantastic pizza.
What is this?
This is the Madison pickle pie. So you can only get it right here in Madison.
That looks amazing. That looks incredible. Hot, like any hot aspect to it, like a hot Nashville?
Yeah, so there's a little bit of, I don't know what kind of pepper these are, but a little bit of spicy pepper in there.
Okay, I got plain cheese pizza because I'm not being adventurous this afternoon. What about best coffee shops here? What other places could people go to enjoy breakfast or coffee?
So just a block or two up the road, we have Madtown Coffee, which is a great place. We have I have Talk to Tonya meetings twice a month, and I have my morning meetings usually there at Madtown.
I did see that on your website on Metro Council. So what are those meetings that you host, and why do you do them?
Well, one of the things I heard when I was door knocking before my first term is that folks wanted me to be accessible and have regular meetings so that they could come out and reach me. So I had 3 meetings a month. As soon as I was elected, I would have a weekday meeting, a weekend meeting, and a during the day meeting. And when COVID happened, obviously meetings kind of went quiet for just a bit. And then a month later, we had to talk about a really ambitious budget bill. So I felt like I needed to put myself out there again, so I started having outdoor meetings as well. Still 3 a month for about another year, and I realized that my Saturday morning meetings weren't as well attended. My son started travel soccer, so I cut back to 2 meetings a month, which I still think is more than any other council member does. But it's a great opportunity for folks to come in, just reconnect, ask questions, voice concerns, and it's an open format, so anyone can come and stop by and share what they're thinking about the city here in Madison or the county as a whole.
Are they getting more popular? Like, are people getting to know about them and knowing this is a place where they can go to bring up any concerns or things like that?
Yeah, well, I mean, my listserv has certainly increased a lot since this is now my 5th year in office. But they're also published on the Metro website, so people can register for District 9 announcements, and then every time I publish a meeting, they'll automatically be emailed and be notified of that as well. Last night at the Yazoo meeting, we had about 15 or 16 people there, and for a variety of issues.
Yeah. What are some of the biggest things, and I guess what is on your list as far as what you want to accomplish in the next couple of years here?
And so one thing I'm really proud of for the last 4 years is we have fully funded the budget request of Metro Nashville Public Schools, and last year we actually gave them $100 million more than they were asking. And one of my big dream goals that is a shared goal of Mayor Freddie O'Connell is to see to fruition the pedestrian path that is planned from Peeler Park across the river to Stones River Bend Greenway. So that would connect Madison to the new Ravenwood Park, and it would also connect 40,000 Madisonians to downtown via Greenway.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a quick bite of pizza because this just looks I don't want it to get cold on us. That's really good. Okay, this is a spot to go.
It was rated by the Tennessean as the #1 pizzeria in all of Davidson County.
Really?
Okay. And it was also ranked in the top 5 of new restaurants of all kinds for 2023.
Okay. All right. Back to our questions now. I won't talk with my mouth full. How long have you lived here in Madison, and what has been the biggest or most dramatic change that you've seen over the last couple of years?
So we moved here in 2006.
Okay.
And I guess one of the biggest changes is down at Peeler Park. During the pandemic, a lot of people, I think, started making a bucket list of metro parks and started visiting around. I started running into now Mayor O'Connell at Peeler Park quite a bit during the pandemic, and former Councilman Withers is a frequent visitor. So not only the folks right here from the neighborhood, but people are starting to travel to see it, which is fantastic because it's a very undeveloped park. It has greenways, it has horseback riding trails. It's only one of only 2 parks in the county where you can ride horseback.
Wow. Okay, that's really neat. How long is that trail?
So we have you can do about a 5-mile figure 8-ish loop. And there's a 3-mile loop that you can do if you park at the boat ramp, and then there's also a additional loop that comes from the Manise Lane entrance.
Amazing. Okay. What do you want to tell people who maybe have never been out to Madison, have no idea what's out here? I know I talk with some clients and they're like, I don't really know what's over there. I'm not sure. What do you think would draw people here and make them call it home?
Well, we have a strip of businesses along Gallatin Pike. They used to call one section of that area the Madison Motor Mile because we have a lot of car businesses up as you approach the Rivergate area. And then we have just a variety of businesses from mom and pop Latino shops. We have a Garden Fresh supermarket that attracts Latinos from around the county to come and shop and get some of their favorite branded foods. And we also have some businesses down East Old Hickory as well.
Okay, great. What about development as far as homes? I feel like you have a good mix here of, there are some new developments, but also you have some great, like, older ranch style, beautifully, maintained homes here as well.
Yeah, we have quite a diverse market in the real estate area here in Madison. So we're one of the only districts in the 35 council district county that has urban, suburban, and rural homes. Yeah. So that's fantastic because you can get anything that you want. So the urban area, you're walking distance to Gallatin Pike, and the second highest ridership bus line in the county, which is the 56. We have the suburban homes, which are connected by the 76, which is unusually also, we're one of the few districts that have our own circular bus route. So that circles around all the suburban areas here in District 9. And then we have the rural route that's just below the best routes, larger pieces of land, lots of farms. So we have some CSA farms where you can get your own community supported agricultural share from these farms spring through fall. And then we also have bamboo farms, just all sorts of different kinds, and some horse farms as well.
That's great. And you guys have some water access here too, or you're not too far from the lakes as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You can access the Cumberland River from Peeler Park. We have a boat ramp access there. There used to be a access that would take you up the river from Peeler Park, from what is now Peeler Park, to the island. We're an island district that is called Hills Island in the Cumberland River, and that used to be an area where folks would spend Saturday afternoons, have picnics and parties, and now it's owned by Cumberland River Compact, and they're planning on starting some different environmental field trips to that particular island.
Any hidden gems that you would say for this area?
Well, I mean, I say Peeler Park a lot. I do think that that's the best place to go.
Okay.
If you want to see, a couple of dozen deer in the morning, or throughout the day, you're going to see all sorts of different kinds of wildlife, so that's fantastic. One thing that not everyone knows about, unless you live right in the area, is the Madison Regional Community Center. So it's a very modern community center. It was built in 2018. Folks travel there from North Nashville and from Old Hickory to use this fantastic basketball gym that they have. There's a walking track around the upper deck so that parents can continue to get their exercise while their children are playing sports. And there's also exercise facility indoors, as well as a walking track outside and a fantastic playground, lots of soccer fields. There's always something going on there.
I love that. What else do you want people to know about you or your district?
Well, I mean, I would be remiss if I didn't mention Yazoo Brewery, because that's a fantastic brewery that used to be in the Gulch and took the opportunity as Madison was expanding to move out here. They just built a beautiful facility right on the river so people can go and hang out on the deck there, have some Yazoo brew, and they just opened up a grill shack that they say has burgers and fries, but I went last night and they have so much more. They have hot chicken, they have salads. I mean, it's a smorgasbord.
Awesome. If people want to get in touch with you, aside from the talks that you are doing a couple times a month, what's the best way for them to reach out?
Yeah, so the best way is to email me. It's tonya.hancock@nashville.gov. They can always call 615-398-1373. To get my voicemail, just leave a message, and always leave your address so I can look up an answer to your question before I call you back.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Now we can enjoy our pizza.
All right.